Hi, babies. Mwah. Okay, so today I want to talk about, first of all, how is Pluto and Aquarius treating you? How is no retrogrades treating you? I'm going to guess um, that it's such an odd energy to feel right now that you almost are like checking astrology to be like, what the fuck is happening? Is something in retrograde I don't know about? And I'm going to explain what you're feeling. Pluto in Aquarius is really going to, and again, let me clarify. I'm not an astrologer. Okay, I am an intuitive. I'm a psychic medium, and I'm telling you energetically what I'm feeling, essentially from astrology, from the stars. Same thing with like full moons, new moons. I usually feel the energy, like a week before, and it like whatever it's cleaning out or pouring in, I feel it coming. Essentially what Pluto and Aquarius is doing for us is and again, you can see all these other astrologers and what they're talking about, and they have great insight. I just want to like piggyback that and give like this alternative resonation of like what's resonating with me is like it's here to clear out performance. It's here to clear out performance. Any part of your life where you're performing, rather than being genuine, and not in a hate. I'm not hating on you. Let me. I'm not hating on you at all. Um, but we all have that. All of us. All of us have performance, rather than you know really enacting in our authenticity 100% of the time. And again, it's because it's hard not to. You I'm talking about, like, I'm not saying performance like you're fake. I'm talking about calling in and checking on relatives that you genuinely don't have a desire to speak to. They're not necessarily terrible people, but you all are on different journeys of your life, and you may not want to reach out to them, or vice versa. When you do that now, it's going to feel exhausting. You're gonna feel icky, almost like dirty, and it's gonna be weird because you're gonna be like, "Is this is not that serious?" Something as simple as like asking a coworker how their cat's feeling, right? You don't give a shit about their fucking cat, but you know that they give a shit about their cat, so you're gonna ask because you're trying to build that connection. The issue with this is, think of yourself as an energetic vessel, right? You're a vase, a cup, a, a bucket, whatever, right? If you are pouring in little bits of energy into false connections that ultimately will benefit, let's say, your work life, or your um maybe your the long run of like keeping Christmas civil, whatever the reasoning behind it, it's gonna fulfill something, whatever that something may be. The answer is you are now in an age where that feels uncomfortable, unnecessary, and you're having a spiritual reaction to it. Now, the reason why it'll be different for all of us is because it depends on what house Pluto is in your birth chart. But the reality is, we're stepping into our authenticity. And if you go back to some of my very early on videos and watch my shadow work stuff, like, this is something that I've been preparing the collective that follows me to step into, instead of being dragged into kicking and screaming. I want you to be able to step into this. I want you to be able to feel this and navigate it, in a healthy way, not in a way where you're kicking the shit out of yourself every time you call and check on that auntie that you actually don't give a shit about, or ask that coworker how their dog's paw is feeling. But the reality is understanding that if you fill up the cup with all these like meaningless connections, and when I say meaningless, I mean meaningless to you. Whatever authentic you actually wants, does you don't have room for, because your cup is full of shit you don't want. So this is the season of like, we're going to be pulling those things away. We're going to stop doing those things. And yes, It's going to be upsetting. People are going to shit talk you. People are not going to like you. And you're going to have to get very comfortable with that, which is why we were working so heavily in our shadow work and our inner child work, right? Because you have to be so rooted in self that you like you and you love you, that you understand that it's okay when people don't like you and don't and and are uncomfortable with the fact that you won't perform for them. Okay? More videos to come. I love y'all. Mwah.